I like to call this Approach Your Workday with Zest. Do you know that there are several benefits for stretching while you're at work? You can relieve stress, relax your muscles, re-energize your day, improve your posture and mood, increase your employee morale, and just your general well-being. If you stretch every couple of hours, it helps you keep the alignment of your body. I'm also a Pilates instructor, and so I'm always talking about the 5 buttons. And there are 3 buttons below your belly button. You want to take from your pelvic floor up to your belly button and pull it up. And then just above the belly button, you want to pull it in. And if you think about a button being right below your rib cage, you would hide that button. That's good posture, sitting up from your core. After you eat, it's always a good thing to do a 5 to 10 minute walk. Do you know that 57 million people have prediabetes? 21 million know that they have diabetes, and 6.2 million of that 21 million that are diagnosed don't even know that they have diabetes. Diabetes has 2 to 3 times higher medical bills. $218 billion are spent annually on diabetes. Of those diabetes numbers, 90% of it is preventable. So one thing that you could do for yourself is just go for a 10-minute walk after you have lunch. It could serve as your warm-up to your stretching routine by the time that you get back to your office. Just a 10-minute walk can reduce your glucose levels by 20 points. All food turns into glucose, and exercising muscles suck up that glucose and use it for fuel. So the first thing that I would do is go for a 5 to 10 minute walk. Go walk out to your car, come back, walk to the bathroom. Go and visit your employees, see how their day is going, what you might do to help them. Or maybe collect some of the things that you would run for errands and do them right after your lunch so that you're moving. After that, it's great to come back and do alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing is a yoga breath. If you take your hands and fold in your index finger and middle finger, you're left with your thumb and ring finger. You're going to turn your hand so that it's facing your nose. Alternate nostril breathing calms your emotional state. It boosts your brain power. The left side, if you start by inhaling through your left side of your nostril, it's calming. If you inhale through the right side, it's energizing. So if you're really stressed and you need to calm down at lunchtime, I would suggest starting with the left side. If you're kind of dreary after eating and you want to take a nap, I'd start with the right side to energize yourself. So today, I'm going to start with the left side. So I'm going to take a nice deep inhale in and exhale. Then I'm going to take my thumb and close off my right nostril and take a nice deep inhale through my left nostril. Then I bring the ring finger over and close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. I would do this for at least 5 to 10 breath cycles and then take some nice deep even breaths, bringing your attention back to equal breathing through both nostrils. And check back in with your posture, reminding yourself for the day to sit up, nice and tall, hide that top button. Bringing your hands to your thighs and your feet grounded to the floor, let's start with some neck stretches. Take a nice deep inhale in and bring your ear over to the same shoulder, so right ear to right shoulder. Stay there for 3 to 5 breaths. And then drop your chin down to that shoulder. And stay there for 3 to 5 breaths. Continue to drop the chin further as if you're drawing a line with your chin over to the left shoulder. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Continuing to stay there for 3 to 5 breaths. And then take your chin to your left shoulder. 3 to 5 breaths. And then bringing your head back to center and your hands still at your thighs, pull your belly button back to the back of your chair, rounding your back as you exhale. When you have the need to inhale, lead with your sternum, pulling your sternum through your shoulders and bringing the crown of your head to the sky. When you have the need to exhale, look down at your chest. Continue to pull each vertebrae back to the back of your chair, rounding your back. Inhaling, lifting tall, pulling your sternum forward, lifting through the crown, opening your heart. Exhaling and inhaling. In doing this, you're moving your spine through flexion and extension. Coming back to the very best posture that you can hold, holding your tail down towards the floor, lifting up on your 5 buttons. Take your shoulders, roll them up to the ears and back. Reaching your arms behind you, grabbing onto the back of your chair. You may interlace your hands as well, sitting up nice and tall. Take 5 deep breaths. Listen to your collarbones lifting and exhaling. Releasing that, just shake the arms out to the side. We're going to do eagle arms. So bring your arms to 90 degrees and cross your right arm over your left arm with your hands touching one another. Your gaze will be through your forearm. Take nice deep inhales and exhales again. Come back to both 90 degrees. Now cross the left over the right, gazing into your forearm. Let's begin to take our spine sideways. So reach the arms all the way up, interlacing the hands and turning them inside out. Nice deep inhale to prepare and exhale, bend to the right. And inhale up. Bend to the left on the exhale. Inhale up. What's left now is to take the spine through twisting. So place your hand on your desk and then sit up nice and tall. Put your other hand at the back of your chair. So inhale, grow tall, and exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, twist until you're looking over your shoulder. Hold that for 3 deep breaths. Starting at the base of your spine, taking your time, come back to center. Place your hand on your desk. Now we're going to bring the other hand to the back of the chair. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, twist till you're looking over your shoulder. Hold it for 3 deep breaths. And then slowly, starting at the base of your spine, come back to center. Let's go to seated pigeon. So your hips and your hamstrings get tight while you're sitting. And I call this sitting like a guy, and one of my male clients let me know that this is actually a tailor sit. Your ankle is supported on your thigh. Your toes are pulling back towards your knee. Protect your knee joint and your ankle. And if you need a little extra stretch, push down in the middle of your top leg bone or your thigh bone. Sit up nice and tall. You'll want to do both sides, and you're going to hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. I encourage all of my clients to get what's called a wrist wand. You can get this on Amazon. It's very inexpensive, or you can go to your local hardware store and get a dial that's about 8 inches long. The wrist wand was developed from a champagne maker. Champagne bottles need to be turned a quarter turn every so many days. And after so many bottles of their employees making that quarter turn, they find a stick or a dowel, and they're encouraged to do exercises to strengthen and stretch their wrists so they don't get repetitive movement. If you're in your office, you know you're typing all day long, and so it's very easy to get tendinitis and repetitive movements in your wrists and your hands. The first grip is to take an OK symbol. The index finger and thumb are touching. You hold your hands out, you turn it inside out. Index finger and thumb still need to be touching. If you already feel a stretch here, then this is as far as you'd go for your first day. If you can need a deeper stretch, you would continue to lift your arms up till your arms are in line with your ears, and take 3 deep breaths. Bringing the arms down, you turn them inside out. I encourage you to do this every couple hours, at least 3 times. And then just place it off on your desk. Let's just do some strengthening exercises. So inhale, plant your feet into the ground and stand up. And exhale, sit back down. Notice how I'm using my core and my legs to sit and lower. I'm not pushing off my desk or the handles of my chair. Just do this 5 times. Now let's do some standing exercises at our desk. Another one is a wrist stretch. So take your hands and turn them around so that your fingertips are facing your heels. Getting a nice deep stretch like that. If you need a deeper stretch, begin to bend your elbows. If you need to start out and you feel a stretch only halfway back, that's okay. Everybody has a starting point. Your ideal is to reach the fingertips straight behind you. After you stretch, practice lifting your palms of your hand off of your desk and having all of your weight in your first row of knuckles. Bring your heart center over your arms till you feel your arm muscles begin to shake, and take 5 deep breaths. And once again, going back to that stretch. Holding onto your desk, we're going to do standing pigeon. You would bring your leg across. The legs kind of look like a figure 4. From there, you would sit back into an imaginary chair. Again, holding that for 3 to 5 breaths. And then you'll want to switch sides. If you really want to test your balance, you can take your hands off of your desk, maybe bring them to heart center, or just gently placing them onto your legs. And then growing nice and tall. A standing calf stretch, so bring your right leg forward and your left leg back. All of your toes are facing the same edge of your desk. You want to feel a stretch in your back leg, so grounding with the heel. Notice how the heel doesn't come off, the heel stays down. Bring your knee so it's against your desk. and take nice deep breaths. Again, if balance is something you're working on, you can remove your arms away from the desk. You'll take 3 to 5 breaths with your legs straight in the back, keeping the heel down, just slightly bend your knee, and you'll take 3 to 5 breaths more. And then of course we want to do the other leg. So you would step forward and switch your legs out. Again, keeping the heel grounded, the back leg's very active, taking 3 to 5 breaths, whatever hand placement challenges you today. And then bending the back knee, but the heel's still down on the mat. The next thing that we're going to do is tree. We're going to work on balance and relax the eye at the same time. When you're sitting so close to your computer screen, your eye is in contraction. So you can imagine if I walked around with my arm bent for 12 hours, what would happen? It wouldn't be very easy for me to straighten my arm after a 12-hour day. The same thing happens with your eyes. So when we find tree, I want you to look far out into your office or out a window and look for something far away to look at. And then while you're looking at that, try to blink the eye a lot, allowing some moisture to come to it, and allowing the eye to relax. So stand onto one foot and just test your balance. And then bring the ball of your foot and your heel against your leg. Taking your hands away from your desk, you can grow branches out to the side if you need to help with balance. You can keep them down at your side. It's up to you and what you feel comfortable doing in your office. Finding that point where you're looking away. If you want, if you have heels on, you can take your shoe off and place your foot just above your ankle on your calf. And then you'll want to switch sides. Again, you're only doing this for 3 to 5 breaths. Just being purposeful in your breath, making sure you take complete inhales and exhales. I also encourage my clients to take a ball. While you're sitting at your desk, doing your work, typing on the computer, you can have a ball underneath your foot. You can be rolling around. If you feel something that feels like a bruise, you can step a little bit of weight into it. It's like giving your foot a massage. There are 25% of our bones and muscles below our ankles. Our feet carry us all day long. So we're just being kind to them, giving them some extra love. You can do this standing. If sitting starts to become too easy, you can stand up and really stand into the ball. Think of the ball like an iron and you're ironing out a wrinkle. All you're doing is ironing out those knots or those trigger points in the foot. The last thing that I want to share with you is the breath of joy. It detoxifies your body, it energizes your body, it really puts a smile on your face. So this is a great thing to do when you've had a long night the night before and you don't want to get up early in the morning to go to work. Or at that 3 o'clock time, if you're like me, I like to take a nap, so I've got to do something to wake myself up. The breath of joy is taking a nice wide stance, clasping your hands, inhaling, bringing your hands over your head, and then exhale, let it go. Now I'm going to speed it up. Have some fun with it. And then I'm going to slow it down. And then I'm going to come back and take some nice deep inhales and exhales. Now I've had my lunchtime stretching. I hope that you have enjoyed this and you're ready to go for the rest of the day. Thank you for joining us.